Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. On today's tutorial, I will demonstrate how to cut and sew this lovely shade of shoulder peasant blouse. Hi, my name is Ayo and welcome to 011 Clothings Tutorials. On this channel, I upload DIYs, pattern drafting and sewing tutorials. If you haven't subscribed yet, kindly do so. And do not forget to turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. So now, let's get right into the tutorial. Thank you! I'll be working with the following items: ruler and cuffs, 2 yards of African print fabric, fabric scissors, bias tape, elastic thread, a matching cotton thread, pins, tailor's chalk, calculator, tape measure. So I have here about 2 yards of this African print fabric, which I'm going to fold into 4. I've already folded it into 2, as you can see. I will now fold it again, making it a total of 4 layers of fabric. I will cut both the front and the back pieces together. To know the exact amount of fabric needed to make this blouse, you need to find the largest measurement between your hip circumference, waist circumference and bust circumference. Whichever is the largest measurement, you multiply this by 1.5. The value you arrive at is the quantity of fabric, the width of fabric needed to make this blouse. So at the upper part of this fabric fold, I will draw a horizontal line like this, and this will be my starting line. I will draw it about 1 inch away from the selvage. These are the measurements that I will be working with. Bust circumference 39 inches, hip circumference 43 inches, blouse length 28 inches, sleeve length 17 inches. From the starting line, I will measure out the length of the blouse minus the 4 inches for the off shoulder effect. So I will place my tape in such a way that the 4 inches mark on the tape lie exactly on the off shoulder line. I will now measure out the 28 inches, but the actual length is actually for 24 inches. Square out the line horizontally like this. The hip circumference that I'm working with is 43 inches, and this is my largest circumference between my bust, waist and hips. So I will go ahead to multiply my largest circumference, which is my hip circumference, by 1.5, and the value I got is 64.5 inches. So what I will do now is to divide 64.5 inches by 4. And this gave me a value of 16.1 inches. So on the starting line, I go ahead to measure and mark 16.1 inches like this. What I have left should be enough for the side seam allowance. For the armhole, I will measure and mark 4 inches inwards from this end. To estimate the armhole depth, I will simply divide my bust circumference by 4, and this is 39/4, and this is equal to 9.75 inches. So I'll place my tape measure in such a way that the 4 inches that I use for the off-shoulder effect is not included in the measurement. So what I'm actually measuring out for the armhole is 5.75 inches. The armhole measurement is measured downwards from the 4-inch point that I measured inwards from the edge of the fabric. I will connect the 2 points together vertically like this. Then I will connect it to the sides like this to give a L shape. French curve. I will now go ahead to draw the armhole curve like this. I will now go ahead to add 1 inch seam allowance to the hem of the blouse like this, half an inch to the upper part, and half an inch to the armhole. I will now go ahead to cut out the blouse. So I have here this fabric piece which I will use for the sleeves. I will fold the fabric into 2 like this. I measure out the width that I want for the sleeve. In this case, I will make it 18 inches wide plus additional 2 inches for the side seam allowance. I will now fold it again, making it a total of 4 layers of fabric. Unfold, the sleeve will be about 10 inches wide. At the lower part of the fabric, I will draw a straight line horizontally like this, about 1 inch away from the selvedge. From this line, I will measure out the length I want for the sleeve, and in this case, I want it to be 17 inches long, plus additional 1 inch for the seam allowance, making it stop 18 inches. I will square out the line horizontally like this. I will now go ahead and cut it out. I will slash open this end like this, so that I now have 2 rectangular pieces of fabric. So I'll fold it in the 2. I'll keep it folded like this. I will now place the main bodice on top of the sleeve like this. I will make sure that the edges of both pieces match up. I make sure that the sides match up like this. Then I will trace out the armhole curve like this. I will now go ahead to cut out the armhole curve of the sleeve. So this is the sleeve and this is the main bodice. Now that I'm through with the cutting, I will now go ahead to fix the sleeve to the armhole of the blouse. So what I'll do now is to pin the sleeve in place to the armhole like this. Right sides will be together. After pinning, take it to my sewing machine and I will stitch using 1/2 inch sewing allowance. I will stitch just 3 sides and I will leave one side unstitched for now. This will make it easy for me to share the fabric at the upper part and also to fix the bias tip. So now I have gone ahead to fix the sleeves to the armhole of the blouse. As you can see, I'll fix just 3 sides and I left this side open for now. This will make shirring very easy. I will now go ahead to fix this bias tip to the neckline of the blouse and also to the hem of the sleeves. So now that has been done, as you can see, I'll fix the bias tip to the upper part of the blouse and also to the hem of the sleeves. So I'll be making use of this elastic thread to share the upper part of the blouse, the waistline and also the hem of the sleeves. I will start shirring 1/2 inch away from the edge. I'll be doing about 6 to 7 rows of stitching and each will be about 1/2 inch apart. So I have here my bobbin and I will manually wind the elastic thread to the bobbin like this. I won't be doing the winding on the machine because if we do this, the thread might lose its elasticity. So you can wind more than one bobbin so that you do not run out of elastic thread suddenly. This is my bobbin case and I will need to loosen the screw on the bobbin case just a little bit so that the thread can pass through it easily, but it should not be too loose. As you can see, I'm making use of the normal cotton sewing thread at the upper part of the sewing machine. I will loosen the tension a little bit and I will increase the stitch length a little bit also. Increasing the stitch length makes the shirring more pronounced. You should play around with the tension and the stitch length on a scrap fabric piece first before you do it on your actual blouse. So you should practice first before doing it on your fabric. So I will go ahead to do the stitching. I will start 1/2 inch from the edge of the fabric and I will do about 6 to 7 lines of stitching and all of the stitch lines will be about 1/2 inch apart from each other. So I have shirred the upper part of the blouse. and also the hem of the two sleeves. So it is now time to share the waistline of the blouse. So I will measure and mark where I want the shirring to start from, and this is about 3 inches above my waistline, and this is about 15 inches from my shoulders. So I will include the 4 inches for the off shoulder effect in this measurement. So I will measure out where the shirring will start from on my fabric. So I've gone ahead to do the shirring, and I have here about 7 lines of stitching, and they are also about half an inch apart from each other. So I will now go ahead to stitch this open side of the sleeve to the armhole. Right sides will be together, and I will stitch using half an inch sewing allowance. I will also go ahead to join the two side seams together using 1 inch side seam allowance, and I will also hem the lower part of the blouse. So this is the finished look of the blouse. If you find this video helpful, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, drop a comment, share this video with your friends who are interested in sewing, and do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. See you in my next tutorial. Bye, and thank you so much for watching.